The datetime module in Python. Let's talk about the datetime module, some constants, the datetime class types, and date, time, and time delta objects. The datetime module has classes for manipulating date and time. It deals with naive and aware date and time objects. Let's import the module. Let's talk about naive and aware objects. Naive objects are simple and intuitive. Naive objects contain a time quantity but not which time zone it belongs to or an offset. Aware objects do know the time quantity and the time zone information as well. They are more realistic. This module has two constants. Max year is the highest value of year. The year can be 9999 at the most, and at the min it can be the year 1. The datetime module has 6 classes in it: date, time, datetime, time delta, tzinfo, and time zone. These handle different things, like where date is for naive dates, tzinfo is for time zone information. Let's talk about date objects first. These follow the Gregorian calendar and represent dates as year, month, and day. This is a date object representing 20 August 2018. This is a date object's signature, and this is an actual date object. The today function gives us the current local date. This is the date today. And from timestamp takes a timestamp and gives us the corresponding date. Import time. This is the current time. This is the date from the timestamp from the current time. If we add a certain amount to this, it gives us a different date because it adds to the timestamp. The date class has the following attributes. Min is the earliest date. This is year 1, month 1, day 1. The maximum possible date, 31st December, year 9999. Resolution is the smallest possible difference between two date objects that are unequal. This is a time delta of 1. Now date objects can have attributes too. Year is the year from the object. Here is 2018. The month, 8 for August, the day, 21st of the month. Objects have methods too. Replace can help us change the values of any of year, month, and day. Let's change the D object to represent 29th March of 2018. Time tuple gives us a tuple of the attributes for the current local time. This is a tuple of size 9. And weekday returns the day of week, where 0 is for Monday. This day is a Thursday. Weekday gives us the day of week. Calendar gives us a tuple of the ISO year, week number, and weekday. It's the 13th week of the year. An ISO format returns the date in the ISO format. This is what it looks like. str gives us the current date as a string. This is equivalent to ISO format, and feedtime returns it as a string too, this way. We can also add a time delta to a date and compare two dates this way. Time objects. These represent the local time of day in hours, minutes, seconds, microseconds, and with the time zone information. This is what a time object may look like. Again, the time class has attributes too. Min is the earliest possible time it can represent. This is 0 hours and 0 minutes. And the highest it can go is 23 hours, 59 minutes, 59 seconds, and 99999 microseconds. Two time objects may differ by a microsecond. Objects have attributes too. It is the 11th hour. The minute is 59th. and the second is 59th. The microsecond is 99999th. The time zone is absent here, and the fold attribute is used to disambiguate times during a repeated interval. This can be anything from 0 to 1. Replace helps alter the values, and ISO format gives the date in the ISO format. str does as it does for date objects. Time delta objects, these represent the duration between two values. These can be dates or times, days, seconds, and such. This is what it may look like. The time delta class attributes now. The minimum time delta is minus 9999999 days. The maximum is 9999999 days, 86399 seconds, and 99999 microseconds. And of course, the time delta resolves to 1 microsecond. And time delta objects have the following methods. This time delta is made up of 2674684 seconds. We can also apply arithmetic operations on time deltas. This is a time delta of 333 seconds. We can multiply it to 666 seconds. That's all for today, but there's more where that came from. We'll talk about the rest in part 2. Until then, try your hands on the datetime module.